Hi, I'm Lesley Ormsby and I'm a psychic medium. I live in New Zealand. I was actually also born in New Zealand, so anyway, I'm a native, you could say, to New Zealand, and Aotearoa is the Māori term for that. So my heritage is not only Māori, but it goes back to the Irish, where my great-great-great-grandfather, might be one more great actually, is Irish. So, and then from there, there's a long story to that, but we end up going right back to the Vikings. So it's kind of really an interesting story, as with most people's heritage. So anyway, I'm wanting to let you know that I'm doing these readings, and they're astrological readings. I'm following along the star signs basically. So what we will be covering, like Spirit and I, when I talk about Spirit, it's not only my guides, but I connect in with the angels. I also connect in with multi-dimensional energies. So and I do have some videos out already with working with some of my multi-dimensional guides, so you can hop on my YouTube page and we'll talk a little bit about that later. But today I'm going to be doing the second series that I've done in the astrological star sign readings. So for October, gosh, this year's gone really, really fast. So we're going to get underway soon, and let me see, I think there's something else I wanted to talk to you about. I'm so excited as I get when I'm doing this. Typical Gemini, and I'm not going to start with Gemini today, so I'm going to start with Aries today. But with me, yeah, like I say, I work with all these different energies, and I love working with crystals. And Jesus Christ, you know, he's my main man, is with Archangel Michael. He's my other main man. God, I've got a lot of main men actually, because Archangel Raphael is always around as well. But you know, I started doing this work 20 years ago. More so, it's always been with me, this ability. It's not, to me, it's not just a gift, it's an ability as well. And there are certain skills that I've picked up along the way to get me to a place where I am today. And so I'm able to confidently, I suppose, express spirits, your angels, guides, helpers, and your whānau that come through, or I was going to say whānau tūpuna that come through, which means, you know, ancestors in Māori, come through to bring you messages of love, inspiration, guidance, you know, direction, or just even healing, you know, healing. And sometimes, you know, just that spoken word as I love you can be the healer for you. So yeah, just hold tight and we'll get started soon. Hello Aquarius. Okay, we're here to do your October 2018 reading. So anyway, as you know, it's Lesley Ormsby, and we're going to get underway, because I've just got underway. I'm just getting underway for some reason is, okay, you've got to get underway, okay? But just that underway with projects that you've been like putting on hold, okay? So there's some projects that, you know, I feel like they've come back from, you know, a couple of months ago that you've started like working on. It's like, and you're kind of like, oh yeah, okay, I'll get to that one, but you haven't put time aside for it. So they're just saying, get a wriggle on with that and start moving forward with it. So I'm moving like this way to the side, but because if I'm moving forward like that, I'll probably go blow everything over, because the energy is really strong to keep moving forward with that, okay, for you. So do move forward with that. And I just want to light this sage, because why I'm lighting it is because it's like there's still a little bit of stuff that you need to clear, but it's kind of really, really super emotional stuff, but that you've started doing that. And I just wanted to say, you know, I've got like, you know, Zorro. I want to do that sign, Zorro, because, you know, Zorro, he was all for the people. He was not all about himself, but he was out there and he was doing shit, hey, and he was just, and he cleared up a whole lot of rubbish. So there's that Zorro. So what Spirit is saying, get your sword out, you know, and just cut all that other crap out. So it's really, that's what they're really talking about, is like cutting out all the bullshit from, you know, why you can't do this and why I shouldn't do this and da-da-da-da. Stop making excuses, start moving with it, because I feel like, you know, October is a big month. Is that this equinox energy has started, and this moon energy has started like a lot of things. It's like from, you know, way back, you know, quite a few months ago, it started for a lot of us moving through a lot of emotional stuff, you know, a lot of hang-ups, blah blah blah, stories that we tell ourselves and whatnot, and it's got us to a point. So with this energy, for a lot of us, it actually has, you know, amplified some things that are going on, but that's a good thing, because they want to, you know, blow everything out of the water so we can be ready for, you know, the future. Okay, this is your future, our future, because what you do affects everybody else in your family and your community, blah blah blah, you know, their future as well. So what I hear is, what they're telling me, there's a lot of big projects coming up that you can jump into. So they're talking about with family, your personal life, and like your career as well. You know, personally for you, they're telling jump into some sort of project, find a project that's just for you, like to get out your creative side, or just to chill out, because if you're not chilled out, you ain't no good for nobody, they're just saying, because it's like there's a lot of like eerie fairiness, and also to bring yourself back down and ground yourself. Now I'm just going to go to these amazing new cards that I've developed. I haven't fully finished with them, with the help of my son. Oh, meditation. Okay, so this makes sense, you know. Meditation, it's kind of like finding that space within yourself to just to still, so you can hear the truth of what's really going on. Because I feel like you've got all these ideas, and even though Spirit is saying, yeah, get going with it, get going, the only way you're going to find out is if it's going to work or not is if you get moving. You make a choice, get moving. So for you, there's like several choices there, but it's like just get moving with one thing, rather than trying to move through with 3 or 4 things. Okay, so designate a project, you know, take a bit of time to do that, you know, do a little bit of research, and you know what I mean. So it's just like find something to start with, and then you'll be able to get that button going and then move into the next thing. Okay, so it's all about you, of course, and it's about you, because like I say, if you're no good, if you don't do what you need to do for you, like with a lot of us, all of us, we're no good to anybody else. So especially you at the moment, because I feel like you Aquarians there's a lot going on, and like with a Gemini, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of mind things going on in the mind at the moment, and with this energy too coming in, like I say before, October is a big energy to like start like actually really putting things into action, you know, really starting to make our intentions be known to us. We're answerable to ourselves, not to anybody else at the end of the day, to ourselves, and start moving sort of through everything and anything. So there's so that's about you, you know, you making that movement and that connection with yourself to get your intentions to move forward for you, because nobody else is going to do it but you. So there's a beautiful big energy, and there's a secret. Okay, the word secret has come up. So what they're talking about, what I'm hearing is, you know, that the secret is in manifesting, you know, that book. It's not so much going get that book, but look at because that book really just tells you about not actually how it's done, it tells you about what people have done to get there. So when you're needing to go a little bit, if you're needing to go a little bit deeper, you find or go onto some of those YouTube channels, you know, but basically, you know, to find, you know, information about, you know, how to get this your place in the best space possible to manifest. And basically it's, you know, well, I'll share some of that with you now. It's getting rid of the rubbish that you have, that like the limiting beliefs that you have, you know, going in there and figuring out what it is, that limiting belief. What is it? Where did it come from? You know, why do I hold on to it? You know, what purpose has it served me in the past? And you'll start to see like a little pattern where it's come from, and, you know, and cut those things. You know, you might need a little bit of help from someone like you know, who's done it before, like myself. So, you know, my details are below, so you can give me a call, blah, 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 ring or text, or email, but, you know, for future reference. But, you know, it's kind of like when we start to unfold all that, we start to find the truth of what is really holding us back, you know, and ultimately it comes back to us, but we've learned it. A lot of it we've learned. Some of it is our personality, but not all of it. So it's really digging in a little bit deeper to propel yourself forward, because like in this, like beginning right now and through October is the best time to do it, because you're going to set yourself up closer, more in a bigger way, and moving into November. Okay. So it's showing me like when they did this, there's money coming. Okay, so there's money coming for you to help you with some projects and that. I don't feel like it's going to be extravagant like heaps, but it'll be enough to get you going through what you need to, where you need to get to go to for now. Okay, so just, you know, hold on to that thought. But I do feel like, yeah, I don't know where it's coming from, but it's like it's it's coming like just from a source anyway, a source that you would not probably think. It's almost like not even it's non-taxable anyway. That's all I can say. Non-taxable. Then I've got, you know, quiet. Okay, so this is about you like going into that meditation stuff and quiet the mind. I do feel like too, it's a time also to like to just quiet yourself down, and so you can, you know, basically hear, feel, see, sense all these what's going on. So I want to invite, you know, to call in on Ishna Kamal too, because she helps with that calm, so you can get yourself on that nice energy where you can, you know, just like, oh, okay, I get that now. You know, those epiphanies will start to come in when we declutter the mind. And, you know, don't fight it. I tried, didn't work, you know, and it's just like, you know, you know, and why I say that is because it's not so much fighting it, it's just like it's so calm, and it's like I can't believe how calm I am when I should be like, well, I'm normally, I shouldn't say should, but that's how I felt when I'm normally like all over the place, and it's like, you know, anxiety or with you know, certain things that come up, and it's like, well, you know, okay, what the hell, just why am I fighting it? Why, you know, but it's a habit. And that's what they said. This is what she's trying to show us, is like we create a habit. It's the norm, which is not the norm. You know what I mean? So they're bringing in these new energies to help you figure it out, what is actually normal and what is actually not so normal for us now, or for you now, as you're going forward into it. So there's lots of amazing projects. Okay, professional. Okay, so you may need to call in some professional help with some of the projects that you've got coming up. So especially the ones with business and or land base or court base. So there's something going on around there that you may need. So call in some professional help. Also, there's those ones that are professionals that are out there that join me to that, is to, you know, there is some there's some new, I feel like it's like stepping up to the plate as well. So I feel like some people that, you know, there are some people that are going to challenge you with your professionalism. So it may be that you need to like just be mindful about how you hold yourself in public as well when you're going through these new changes and these developments and putting yourself out there, which quite often happens when we like putting ourselves out there. Like some people, like what we used to do, you know, no longer fits with us, and it's kind of, so that's being honest with ourselves. It's like, you know, you know, and how we used to act or react, or how, you know, we used to think, you know, it's kind of like just, you know, go with the flow with the changes. There's a reason for it. Really, you know, click into your intuitive side and tune into yourself so you can help yourself move through this next month in October. There's nothing really specific because it's pretty much all round, you know. This is with your personal life, your career, your your family life, everything, your relationships and everything. It's just keeping in that space to be mindful about how you act, what you do, in the way that you respond. Okay, this is a big thing for you this month coming up in October. Okay, but I do feel like if you go the way that's, you know, peace, harmony, joy, you know, excitement and adventure, you won't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Okay, and that's all I have to say to you today for this month, for next month. Yeah. God bless you, Godspeed, and yeah, lots of love, blessings, and blessings from this guy here, and also Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael have popped in as well. Okay, so call on them, use them. They're there to be utilised. They just love it. Okay. Anyway, I'll see you later. See you next month.